What's up out there in the YouTube world? This is Mr. Willis, and this is Waking Up with Mr. Willis. Yeah, this video gonna be about like ex-girlfriend, toxic relationships, fake friends. I'm gonna just speak on shit because a lot of people have done wrong things. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like done me wrong and all that shit, but I want to be like, I just want to point these people out, expose these type of people, what type of relationships these funny faces people would try to carry on with you. You know, when they foul. You know what I mean? When you 100% friend, you honest, you loving, you caring to these people, and they just toxic, man. Yeah. So I had this ex-girlfriend. We was together about 7 years. We lived together and everything, and I used to tell her, you know what I mean, certain things like latex have a certain smell, like a latex glove. We together like 7-8 years. Now we're not even using protection at this time when we do have intercourse. So I would tell her, you know what I mean, I come home from work, and I would tell her like, you know, we probably start having sex or just whatever we doing, fucking around. And I would be like, you smell like a latex glove. Like, you smell like latex. You know, when I'm, you know, and she don't understand, like, the guy, whoever she slept with, using a condom, and it's a latex condom. And then he rubbing against her like this, inside her, constantly, it's going to leave a smell. It's friction. So I would tell her, like, you know, when we having sex, I was like, man, I smell a latex glove. And then you can smell it on her. I don't know if she take a shower before she do her D or whatever, after she do her D, but you could smell the latex, you know? And I wasn't arguing when I would just tell her, like, look, you could, you know, if this is what you're doing, you can smell. This is the evidence. This is what God's telling me. You know what I mean? Oh, you crazy. Oh, you crazy. Oh, go in and run and tell her. Oh, tell her brother. Oh, he said I smell like you do though. You know? She really used to tell on herself when she like when she half sleep, waking up or something, she'd just start talking. I'll be like waking her up for something. Hey, you got to get ready for school, or you got to go to work. Oh, I left the key. You got the key. I don't have the key to the room. You had the key. So that was another time. And I'm just saying this to be like, you know, like, you female is not smart. It's just games. You running game, but nobody believe you. And that's how you end up with kids and no one marrying the woman, because certain guys just gonna play along. Okay, I know this. I know what she is. You know, you gotta care about what somebody think about you, as in if they gonna fuck with you or not, because they could be fucking with you and think you shit, and treating you accordingly and using you, and then you might be thinking you winning, but no, at the end of the day, they gone and you got a baby. You know, 4 years wasted of your life because y'all keep playing games. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of little games like that, you know. So we ain't gonna say no names, but they know who they are. I was dating this one chick, right? She was older. She was like 51. But I guess she thought she was Stella, got her groove back. She thought she was Stella or something because, you know, she just would really play young music all the time. Chris Brown, there was a Chris Brown song, These Hoes Not Faithful. She used to love that song. And I tell her, like, man, you telling on yourself. I remember one time we was going to Rite Aid. She had to use the bathroom. I had to use the bathroom. You know what I mean? So someone's already in the bathroom. So we wait until this person come out. He come out. Then she go in. She use it or whatever. She come out. Then when I go in, it's a condom wrapper in the toilet. So I'm just like, what the hell? But the water is flushing, but that is not flushing. The water is going in, but that shit is like stuck. So now I'm looking like, what the fuck is this? And then I was thinking, like, I know she didn't use it on top of this. You get what I'm saying? This is in the toilet. You just go sit down and not even flush, not even none of that. I didn't like that. I was like, this condom just sitting there, whatever, you know. So I questioned her. I'm like, what was that in the toilet? Then she gonna say, oh, that looked like that was a Jello wrapper or a Jello cover or something, you know, with the Jello. And I was like, nah, stop playing with me. I was like, did you go sit on the toilet while that was there? You know what I mean? And she was like, yeah. I was like, you don't think that's nasty? I was like, I don't think you did that. I don't think you did that because it's nothing else in the toilet. Like, it's just pure water, and that thing was trying to go down. You must have used it, flushed it, digging in your pockets on your way out and found that in your pocket and tried to, you know what I mean, alley-hoop that shit in there, but it didn't flush. And I just told her, like, that's another sign God showing me you cheating, man. You know what I mean? This is. So that was a little uproar. What else? She was just do weird stuff, man. Like, just I remember one time because another chick we living together now. We got a spot, and she gonna come ask me, did I spit in the shower? Like, I just got out of work or something. I've been home not too long. Like, no, I didn't spit. What the fuck? And like 5 minutes later, I hear her go up in the shower. You know what I mean? My spirit man already telling me what it is because I don't have to run up behind you and look all over your shoulder and know what the fuck is going on. So she in there scrubbing and cleaning the shower, and I can hear. And then when she came back in there, I was like, "You was cleaning the shower?" "Oh no." I'm like, "Bitch, I heard that shit." Like, okay, you know what I mean? So that means she had somebody over there harking and spitting, because she already told me one time, like, that's what men do. When somebody harking and spit, I remember I harked and spit one time and I was around. Oh, that's what men do. You know what I mean? So that let me know she had a man in the house. You get what I'm saying? Let me see. There's so many other stories. Let me see. But this is all I'm just saying. You know what I mean? You ladies is not being smart. All you doing is wasting your time, and you're playing yourself. If you might be thinking you're playing him, but if you don't get nothing out of this whole ordeal, this whole situation, but a baby, not even a baby sometimes, but heartbreaking, other toxic, you know what I mean, things that go with this shit, you're only playing yourself. You're only playing yourself. Because who lose at the end because of the games you played? You. And then who you curse if you have children? You curse your kids because you carry that spirit along with you, thinking that shit is okay. That shit is not okay. Yeah, man. I'm gonna even talk about some friends, because that was in relationships, and many girls was like that. And I know many girls I have dated, and they would be telling me, like, probably 2 or 3, where they clench their muscle walls. When you get in, and then I would tell them, like, that's not a good feeling. Oh, well, like, no, it's not. That's whole activity. Only hoes have to do that. Why, if I'm with you and we together for years, trying to be together, we together for a year or going on, and you got to be doing all this extras? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not needed unless you're doing extras. So, like, stop starting to think you're so smart. That's why a lot of y'all be lonely. Gonna end up lonely with a gang of children. With daddies you don't like because you done did these type of things. And I'm just talking about what's been done to me. Because I've always been good to my ladies, but I don't celebrate holidays and all that. So that falls into, like, worldly things, and they into the world, and I'm not. So we're not equally yoked, so we gonna always bam, bam, battle. So I'll tell you about the same girl I was dating. Her brother had moved in with us, and during this time she was rapping or whatever. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to school to see what I could find out, like what I could learn, because we couldn't find producers. We wanted to really do something to make it. So I went to film school, got a little education in that. So I brought the knowledge home, started recording her music, doing all this shit. We was doing good. I think that shit was hard. That music, like, I got an ear, and that shit, she was hard. She had passion. She had emotion. You know what I mean? And her brother came through. We allow him to stay with us, but he do music too, as in he rap. He says he's a rapper, so we let him get on board. Now we are, but now things are changing because he's telling her she don't have to listen to me. He in her ear, however he is. I know he was always negative, and you know what I mean, but I still try to show him love. So I was in her ear. Now she's switching up, acting different. She's you know what I mean, probably even cheating even more. You know what I mean? She was just doing weird, saying I have to listen to her. You know what I mean? So while they living with us, everything is free. I'm just telling you how I was treating them when I was living there. I mean, when I cooked, they ate. When I bought groceries, they ate. I mean, they don't have to ask me, oh, can I get something to drink? They ask her, oh, can I get a soda shit? Oh, you know what I mean? But I pay for all this shit. You know what I mean? They're using our toothpaste, our toilet paper. I'm just speaking on me, for me. I never just thought about, like, oh, y'all got to pay for your own toilet paper. Y'all got to pay for your own toothpaste. Like, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. Like, nah, y'all were here with us. We know it's hard times. Y'all, you know what I mean? It is what it is. We're going to do this big. We're going to work as a team. That's how I am. Yeah, so that situation ended bad, where she just kept cheating. She thought she could run off and be with somebody else and still have this place. You know what I mean? After she left, it was doing all her weird shit. I was just like, oh, it's time for me to go, because I'm paying $800 by myself. So I was like, yeah, I'm making the way out of this situation. She coming back talking about, oh, why you ain't keeping the place for us? Like, what is you thinking? Like, where is your mind at? Because I love you, you think this is what it is? These people are fucking crazy. So, back to the story. Like I said, they living with us. I cook chicken, order pizza, everybody eating. You know what I mean? Fast forward, like I said, if the situation was bad, ended up losing the place, had to leave it. You know what I mean? And I don't think it right after there, like maybe a few months after that, that's when I did ask to move with him. You know what I mean? I think it could have been maybe it was years later. It was not months later. It would have to be years later, because I wasn't with his sister no more. So years later, I get in some trouble in my little spot, you know what I mean? And I just shook before I could get an eviction. So I'm like, man, all right, I know I ain't gonna be able to pay. We worked out something, so I shook. Bam, and I went to them, and I went offering gifts. I gave him a 39-inch TV. I gave him a stereo, Sony stereo. I had gave him maybe a surround sound. It was some other stuff I gave him. And then in our order, like for me to live there, my stipulations was to be like, I gave him food stamp, and I gave him some money for rent. You know what I mean? I know I gave him 125 in food stamp, and I gave him like 150 in cash every month or something like that. So I'm there. Weeks go by. First thing she's telling me, because they have the restroom in their room, so you can't use the restroom overnight. You might have to get up 2, 3 in the morning. I'm running outside, using the restroom outside type of shit. So with the food stamp, they cooking and buying food. But when she cooked, she only cooked enough for him. They were just so selfish as fuck. Like, just cook enough food for him and just take it in the room. No more food left, no leftovers, nothing. Just, you know what I mean? They using my food stamps and they making dinner, and she just cook enough for him and just cook it in front of everybody or me, and just goes in the room and take it in his room. You know, and I was just thinking, like, what type of nigga is he? Like, you know, it ain't about your wife cooking for another man, but if she's a woman and she's breading for the community at the moment, she should be breading for everybody. And you should be establishing that. You know what I mean? Nobody in my house hungry. That's how it was with them. They using my food stamps and they doing that. You know what I mean? That's crazy. And after that, what else? Oh, she come and hit me with some, he hit me with, if you're using our toilet paper, you have to buy your own toilet paper or something. And I was just like, I don't use your toilet paper. Oh, well, the toothpaste, and I was like, okay, the battery died, so we're back. And I remember I was talking about toothpaste. He mentioned like, oh, you gotta do, you mentioned toothpaste, and I had told him like, look, bro, I buy my own toothpaste too. Like, I don't use none of that stuff. And it was just messed up for him to even come and say something like that to me when I allowed him to use, when they was living with me, they didn't have to pay for anything. Nobody came and said nothing to them like that. And they would eat for free. So that's like, okay, what else was happening? Like, just I know it was just a lot of many lies, because people would come through and be like, damn, man, you got a new TV. And then he'd be like, you got a new TV. And he'd be like, and I'm sitting right there. Oh, man, where'd you get that? Oh, he was like, and he telling some lie. And I'm sitting right there like, man, you got that from me. You know what I mean? And it was just always negative. Bro was always negative. Told his sister one time, like, oh, Chuck think he can't die. Like, why would you tell her that? Like, because I have the spirit man is like my spirit man, you want to live. I mean, of course he want to live, but it's something about it. I can't find no words for it right now. But they know it and they see it and they feel it. You know what I mean? I ain't never told you I can't die or I can't this. Like, and he was saying that to her. You know what I mean? It's a lot of weird shit with them I was going through, man. And so at the end of that road, I was like, what happened? Why? I just ended up leaving. You know what I mean? I had to get a job. I was trying to get some sleep. I know I had to, you know what I mean? I had to really get to a spot where I could get back on my feet, build again, start all over again. I needed to get back to the drawing board. And that was definitely not it. You know what I mean? And he had told me too, like, man, I was in the kitchen. I used to wash the dishes and whatever, fuck. You know what I mean? He said, you You the best roommate I ever had. You're the best roommate I ever had. And that's right before I left. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, man. You gonna do the best roommate like that you ever had? Who came offering gifts? I always offering gifts. Every time I come around the scene, I'm offering gifts. They know that, like, I was honest, humble, working hard. I was good to his sister, you know what I mean? But she just thought her beauty was the world. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be somebody's curse. Because that same beauty would play you. You know? Yeah, I'm just speaking from the heart, man. It's like, man, I don't understand why people are like that. You know what I mean? And these was people that was in my life, you know, girls I done dealt with. You know what I mean? Like, lie at it deceive it, man. I had one chick stealing, like, because I wanted to give me a new camera, so I wanted her to order it off of, because she had an address to send it to. And then, you know, I tried to give him some trust. I gave her the 8. She didn't want to spend, like, I don't know how much she spent, like $300 on something else, and then try to buy me a $500 camera. You know what I mean? Did that twice to me when I compute, like, and these are people I'm in a relationship with. Like, we dated for a while, like, and then you do that. Like, I remember this one chick, and I'm just, as if it's dirty laundry, fuck it, I'm just airing it out. She was like, we was in the car, you know what I mean? We hanging out today. But she just real irritated on the phone, sitting like, and I'm just like, what's up with you? Why you acting like that? And I was like, man, if you want to go home, I'll take you home. Oh, you can take me home? Like, really, like, take me home. So I was around the corner from my house at a McDonald's. So I'm like, you know what? We're around the corner. You could walk. And I did that to be like, if she want to go, she could go. I'm not finna play no games with chasing behind you. You know what I mean? Arguing with you. You want to go, you could go. And I wanted to see if she wanted to go. So she hopped out, you know, outside parked and hopped out and gone. And I did try to call her. I tried to call her twice within 5 minutes. Within 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, you hear me? But I did call her. It dropped or something. I called her back within like 3 to 5 minutes. She didn't have enough time to even make it home yet. And she already in the car with somebody else. I swear, like she stepped in a porter or something and was already in the car with somebody else. Having a full-blown conversation. Like, yeah, he, like, I could hear her. Yeah, he, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, and she telling the nigga, like, oh, we could go to the shooting range and me and you could do this. And she telling them things that I took her to do. It was so eerie. She was telling them things that I told her that we could do. I'm just on the phone listening, like, oh, what the fuck? God always letting me know something going on, big dog. Listen to me. So she telling this nigga, yeah, he always accusing me of something, like, don't get caught in the room. Yeah, because previously, you know, are you telling him what I told you? Because she told him, like, because she went to a room one night. She was supposed to be sleeping, supposed to have been something, and ended up going to work from a room. And supposed to be going to work from home, like, and I found out that through, like, somebody that worked at where she was at. Like, so she always mention that situation. Like, no, I would mention that situation, like, oh, don't be caught in the room. Make sure you make it home. You know what I mean? Because you might you on the way home somehow, you fuck around, fall in the room. I don't know how that happened. You know what I mean? It did where you, like, you say something about the activity, like, your role. They, like, these people are bad people, man. These women are bad women, man. It's just sad, like, you know, a lot, like I said, these narcs, man. But all that is good and evil. They just filled with the demon, and the other people could see their spirit, who got the same type of spirit, and they know how to connect. Like, bam, they could be sex demons, and they just connect once when they see each other. They looking at each other, trying their best to communicate and pass the number to each other. You know what I mean? Because they you know, that's why they could just like go out and just do something with, you're probably with a random stranger or something. They just see it and they can't help themselves. They see each other You know what I mean? Now that person if the man know how to control he could control him. You get what I'm saying? Have them doing whatever they want. Or they just meet somebody new, maybe got more, and they thinking they leveling up. Oh, I'm leveling up. No, you just met somebody because you with me. That's why these type of spirits come around you. Because when you by yourself, nobody fuck with you. Nobody on my level, like my level, fuck with you. No. You know what I mean? But you got to keep this shit going, man. These Decepticon women, these devil-filled women, these evil people, man. Yeah, I'm going in today on this one, but this shit is wild out here, man. These Decepticon women. And, okay. How did I add that one in? I went off track, but me living at that house with them, I ended up leaving. I can't remember how I left, but I just left. Took my shit and basically left everything that I didn't want there and just got on. You know what I mean? And these people, like, they always smiling in your face, people. You know what I mean? Luring you in, people. You know what I mean? Then as soon as they get you in, it's toxic and bad. And that's like even at a job. They lure you in, show you that big butt. Oh, shit, come on in. Yeah, we need you here. Then soon you get in there, they trying to do it. You get what I'm saying? It's like, man, you want me to quit now? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on? Why y'all acting all weird? But these demon-filled people have been running their program for a while, and they ain't never had nobody like with that spirit like me around. Nobody with that lion, you know what I mean? Nobody with that. They could feel it. I'm lost for words. I'm all trapped up in but I'm always good. But yeah, man. So I just talked about the relationships and these relationships that I had with people. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man. These friends and foes, you know what I mean? They're all like the same. You know what I mean? They're all the same. But all I say in those situations, keep praying, keep striving, keep working hard, keep looking up. Don't look down. That's just temporary. That's just a season. That's just a moment. That's just part of your trials and tribulations. These people. So just be honest with yourself and always feed your spirit, man. Yeah, you know, and that's why I like being alone, man. I'm honest with myself. I'm not gonna like discredit myself. I'm not gonna always try to give myself the best. I always do the best for myself. I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna try the best to do better than what I did today. Yeah, like I said, put some respect on my name. But yeah, this just a shout out to all you out there. You know what I mean? You know who you are. Look into yourself. You gotta change your ways. You gotta repent. Cause you bring a seeds in this world with the same spiritual energy. You know how hard it's gonna be for them? So it's up to you not to curse your children. You know what I mean? So, I'll let your boy, this is Mr. Willis, and you have been awoken. Thank you for your time.